Well, hello everybody. I thought we could look at this question on vectors from the Edexcel IGCSE paper. So it says that OPQR is a parallelogram, and then OP is 2A, OR is 3B, and the point M lies on PQ such that PM is 1/4 of PQ, and the point N lies on RQ such that RN is 4/5 of RQ. So find in terms of A and B. Giving your answers in simplest form, we need to find ON, MR. We're also given MR and ON intersect at point Y. So given that OY is K times ON. So mind you, this is vectors. Okay, use a vector method to find the value of K. Of course, we are going to start with the part A, which is saying that OP is 2A. So let's mark the vectors out. So OP, that's OP, so that is 2A, and OR is 3B. So here we have 3B. Now because this is a parallelogram, so you would have OP is equal to RQ, the same direction, and OR is equal to PQ. So we can write OP is equal to RQ, and that is equal to twice of A, and 2A. A is here in the vector A. So and also we can write and OR is equal to PQ is equal to 3B. So we have this. So now we can find out what PM is in terms of the vector. So we can say PM is equal to 1/4 of PQ. So PQ is 3B. So 1/4 times 3B, that is equal to 3/4B, and Rn, or vector Rn, is equal to so therefore, sorry, my pen is vector Rn is equal to 4/5 times RQ, that is 2A, that is equal to 8/5A. Okay, so we know these things now. So ON we can work out as ON is equal to OR plus RN. So ON is in this direction. So ON is equal to OR plus RN. So we know what OR is, 3B plus Rn. So we just found out that is 8/5A. And that's it really, that's the answer. So we write A first, so 8/5A plus 3B. We now need to find MR. So MR, see, this is MR, so this direction, MR. So MR, so I can say MR plus RQ is equal to MQ. So let me say that MR plus RQ is equal to MQ. So MR plus RQ is MQ. MR we don't know, so we have to find MR, yes, but what we don't know is we know RQ, we don't know what MQ is, isn't it? So we need to find MQ. So let me write it. MR is equal to MQ minus RQ. What is MQ? So MQ, we can say PQ minus PM. So we can say PQ minus PM. So they're all vectors. Direction is important, and that's the thing that's only thing differentiating a vector and a scalar. So PQ minus PM is MQ. So PQ, do we know that? We do. It is 3B. PQ is 3B. Minus PM, just found out 3/4 of B. Not 3/4 of B, is 3 over 4B, because B is a vector. Okay, so that is equal to 12 minus 3, so 9 over 4B, and that is MQ. So therefore MR, so I can write therefore MR, what we need to find is MR. So MR is equal to MQ, which is 9 over 4B, minus RQ, which we know already, and RQ is 2A. So I can say this is minus 2A plus 9 over 4B. So now it's the little bit complicated, the next bit. So what we do is, we have, the hint is that they've asked us to find OR and ON and MR before. So we need to use those values of MR and ON to find what K is, right? So you see, we can write OY, they've given us OY is K times ON. So therefore, OY is equal to, so K times, we know what ON is because we found out. So that would be 8 5A plus 3B. So then I can write it as 8 over 5KA plus 3K B, not times B, 3KB. So that's OY. Let me just put a box around it, or just a ring around it, So because it's important, we'll be needing it, using it in our equation. So you see, what we then need to do is, we know that we need to find a relationship. OY is, so OY we know, if we can say ON. So we can say, you see, if we need to bring in, we need to bring in YR, and we can say that YR and YR plus RN is ON is YN. That would help us. So we can write it here, that or we can also, because we would need OY, we need OY plus, which we have got here, but we need to find the value of K. So OY plus YN is ON. We can write that as a start. So we can do that bit later. So we say OY plus YN is equal to ON. That's the vector, okay? Alright. So once we know that, then we can work out, therefore yn is equal to on minus oy, and on, I know what on is. On I just found out, 8 over 5a, 8 over 5a plus 3b, and then minus oy. So oy I can write whatever is here. So oy is minus 8 over 5ka, and then minus 3kb. So then that is yn. So it's important we'll be using it. So I will just put a ring around it. So that is yn. So oy, yn, where is this going? So I got oy, yn. Now I need to bring in, so I need to write that bit here. That so I can write, you see, yn and yr. So I can write yr is equal yr plus rn. yr plus rn is equal to yn. Okay, so what is important, right? So then now yr, we need to introduce another variable. We can say that yr is equal to m, a scalar, multiplied by mr. Okay, then I can say yr is equal to m times mr, I know, minus 2a plus 9 over 4b. We just found out mr. So that is yr is this. So then I can expand it. I can write yr is equal to minus 2ma plus 9 over 4mb. So again, it's important. So you will see how it all fits in together. So yr and yn. So I've got yr, yn, and rn I already know. You know, this is rn. So rn I know, 8 over 5a. So I can form this equation now, and then we can solve it. Okay, so this equation is going to be in this format. So I can write yr plus, I will write it again. So we write yr plus rn is yn. So I will write yr plus rn is yn. So now I'm going to form the equation. So minus 2ma plus 9 over 4mb plus rn. Rn I know, I worked it out here, rn 8 over 5a. So that is going to be plus 8 over 5a, and that equals yn. So here we've got yn. So yn is 8 over 5a plus 3b minus 8 over 5ka minus 3kb. So we form equate using the a parts first, and then the b part. So for the a parts, I can write so a is here, here, and here. So we can cancel the 2 8 over 5 is, but I will do it later, a bit later. We write it down first. So minus 2m plus 8 over 5 is equal to 8 over 5 minus 8 over 5k. and we cancel it now. So then we get m is equal to, the minus signs go away, m equals 2 times 4 is 8, 4 over 5k. Okay, so the next bit, using the b parts, then we can write, so I can write 9 over 4m, that's b, and then b, and then b, and that equals 3 minus 3k. So I will substitute this value of m here. So I can say 9 over 4 times 4 over 5k is equal to 3 minus 3k, or then 4 and 4 gets cancelled. So I will get 9 over 5k plus 3k is equal to 3. So 9 plus 15 is 24 over 5k is 3 times 8, therefore k is equal to 5 over 8. So that's our answer. So we write k is 5 over 8. That's 4 parts done.